I want to move on to this. This is one of the most disappointing teams, not disappointing teams, but like wins and losses from wins and losses standpoint. The Nets have, had their struggles early on. This was a team that was a surprise of the NBA last year. Scal and I sort of spent the opening part of the show, Perk, talking about this latest Kyrie story. This is from Jackie McMullen on ESPN.com, basically talking about there are mood swings with Kyrie. There was an incident in China where he didn't want to take his hat off, I guess, during a team picture and said, hey, no, just Photoshop it out after. I'm not taking my hat off. The quote from the article is essentially that Nets officials are already queasy about sort of Kyrie's attitude in this whole thing, and even went to say that Kevin Durant hasn't really, he wants to take a hands-off approach, doesn't want to talk to Kyrie about this, wants to let him be him, let him be a quote-unquote artist, which Scal and I just thought was absolutely hilarious. You are a known sort of, Kyrie's not your favorite player in the league. I think that would be a fair way to put that, right, Perk? I'm mad at myself because I thought we would see like a more motivated, well-behaved version of Kyrie this year, and it seems like we're not even into November yet, and we're already having issues with Kyrie in Brooklyn. So I'll leave the floor open for you. What are your thoughts on the latest issues of Kyrie in Brooklyn?
First of all, Ceruti, why did you think Kyrie was going to change?
This is why I was so mad at myself, Perk. Because this is what
I said the same thing. What do they say? There's something.
Let me tell you, because I thought Kyrie's a guy that likes to hear, that knows the noise around him. I think he reads his own press clippings. I think he's a guy that wants to be liked. He's a guy that wants people to, he wants to be the smartest guy in the room, right? And there's been a lot of bad sort of media about Kyrie being a bad teammate. It ended poorly in Boston. It ended poorly in Cleveland. He's in Brooklyn now talking about how, I'm glad to be home. This is where I really always wanted to be. I'm so happy, blah, 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 blah. And
Ceruti,
I figured
that's fool's gold. He said the same thing about last year.
I know.
The season, and you fell for it.
I feel stupid. I feel really stupid. I fell for it. Explain to me why I should be. Go ahead.
No, because listen, let me tell you something. Now, what you explaining that deal that happened when he didn't want to take his cap off and with the team photo, you know who that reminds me of? That reminds me of when when a lot of guys was coming back and they were saying how when they played in the Olympics and, they had to wait like extra 30 minutes because Kobe was always late to everything and everybody was so frustrated because Kobe was always late. And Kobe Bryant is Kyrie's mentor, but they're nowhere on the same level when you talk about basketball and what Kobe Bryant brings to the table. Listen, I'm all fine with a guy who's on my team and a superstar who ruffle the feathers every now and then if he's going to come out and deliver like Kobe Bryant. Now, Kyrie, yes, his numbers are up there, but Kobe put up numbers to win basketball games. Kyrie put up numbers for self-satisfaction. He could drop, like he was cool with dropping 50, and I actually tweeted about it and gave him his card, but he was cool about dropping 50. He didn't really care about the loss. And these mood swings are not going to change. This is who he is. He's a moody type guy, and it's not going to change. This is Kyrie Irving, man. This is female traits. Females moody. My wife have mood swings, not men. And you betting your money on this too.
Like, how hard is it to play with a guy like that?
It's extremely hard, but listen, Scal, we all know, and I love Rondo to death, man. You know Rondo is my boy, right? He's my
guy too. My guy.
My guy too. But we all know he was moody as hell, right? Yeah. He was moody as hell. But one thing we know about Rondo, he was moody, but we also knew that he was all in. There wasn't nothing to us that says he wasn't fully committed to us. Now, he had his mood swings, yes. He come in, he was mad, but nothing signaled to the team that Rondo wasn't all in. Now, did he chase his assist stats every now and then? Sure he did, but I'm pretty sure a lot of guys didn't done that. I mean, KG didn't done it when he was in Minnesota. He made sure he used to tell everybody, watch out now, don't even come in here for my rebounds. I'm gonna throw an elbow at you. Let's not act like that's not a thing around the league. Everybody passed their stats, but man, Kyrie is who he is, man. And I don't think he will ever grow up. He come in with excuse after excuse, and God forbid, I'm not saying this the wrong way. I don't look at it the wrong way, but You know, he was talking about I think the death of his family member last year and how he didn't want to tell everybody. But everything is an excuse, and he's real moody. It's nothing that you can say up. And from what I heard, that's why the Knicks didn't even want to entertain him. I heard that they already knew this from the jump. They didn't even want to entertain Kyrie. To be honest, I heard the Knicks didn't even push forward aggressively trying to get Kyrie this offseason because I heard they heard of his mood swings, and man, that tears the character of the team down, man.
That's a mistake though, right, Perk? I mean, the Knicks should have gone after Kyrie and KD. Like that, I guess that's the interesting part to me, and I guess that's the Kool-Aid that I started.
The Knicks should have went after KD. They didn't have.
Well,
they didn't.
Wasn't it a package deal?
Says who?
I think everybody, at least most reports, thought that those two guys wanted to play with each other and they were going to pick a destination, and it was potentially the Knicks, but ended up being the Nets. So I mean, I guess you would know. I mean, you're close to all. I guess the thing that surprises me, Perk, too, is, and I guess why I was drinking the Kool-Aid about Kyrie maybe being on his best behavior was because of KD, because his friend, those two are reportedly, U.S. Team USA basketball, really close, wanted to play with each other, and I thought that KD. Maybe would be able to bring some happiness and I don't have Kyrie maybe be on his best behavior because they're friendly. But KD reportedly said that he's taking a hands-off approach. He's not going to talk to Kyrie about this. He wants to leave Kyrie, the quote-unquote artist, alone. Does KD have to sort of get involved here? Like, what sort of responsibility does KD have to be like, hey, Kyrie, like if we want to win going forward, and obviously KD's not around this year, at least on the court, but in the next couple of years, if this team wants to win a championship, does KD have to kind of get in Kyrie's face and say, hey, man, like you need to be a better teammate if we're going to start winning, if we're going to start competing for titles here in Brooklyn?
You know what's crazy? That's a hard situation because KD's moody too. Like, you got two guys that's moody. How are you going to control that? He's moody. He's not on Kyrie. You're right. So, I mean, what can you – I mean, what you going to do? Yes, you're going to get all the highlights. You're going to get all the ankle breakers. You're going to get, Kyrie did this. KD gave you the hezo and all this. But, last year, man, they were a team, man. They were a team that enjoyed playing with each other. There was a team that built chemistry. Joe Harris knew how many shots he was going to get coming into the game. LeVert knew what his role was. Dinwiddie, Russell, all those guys had bought into their roles and didn't have a problem with it. But now, coming into the game, you like, oh, my God, man. You don't know what you're going to get out of Kyrie. Yes, he's coming out and he's putting up numbers. But listen, on the other end, he's a liability because Morant torched his ass the other day in Memphis and locked him up in key possessions.
Do you think I want to get back to the Knicks thing, Perk?
Do you think like that? Hey, Ceruti, you don't like that, huh? I seen it all in your face.
No,
boy. You don't like
no. I'm with you. I said, Perk, I'm mad at myself for drinking the Kyrie Kool-Aid this year. I'm mad at myself about it. Like, I think, like, of all the predictions, I don't care about being wrong about the Warriors. I don't care about if I'm wrong about the Hawks and they make the playoffs. But I look back and I go, yeah, it was probably stupid of me to think that Kyrie was going to be a different person this year.